Hey guys, welcome back to my series of speedrun videos for each mission in the game's Civil War secret missions. This video covers mission 2, which is Dr. Gatling's secret weapon. As with my other speedruns, I will be doing this run on the hard difficulty setting. It does increase the amount of time it takes to complete the run compared to normal or easy, as it requires you to take out more enemies in certain areas in order to safely make it by without dying. Still, I think it's just much more satisfying to do this on hard. As with the first mission, press start repeatedly to skip the opening cutscene. This is one of the longer missions in the game with a lot of running for longer stretches. I'll need to thin out enemies here so I can make it by this area without dying. On easy, you can probably just run right by them without taking them out. That should be sufficient. I'm going to let these enemies run right into a grenade. Run in this specific direction here. It's the fastest path to the objective. There's one thing I wanted to mention about these speedruns in general. I have noticed that the game's recorded time that's displayed at the end of the mission is noticeably slower than the actual time elapsed in this video. This is true for every mission, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. I thought that maybe resetting at every checkpoint added to your time, but I tested this. I did a full playthrough of a mission without resetting, and it still added the same amount of time to my final time, so I'm really not sure. You can run right by these enemies. They aren't really a huge threat, even on hard. Now for some fun. A lot of enemies to take out here. You'll want to clear out these enemies as soon as possible, as you can't advance until you've done so. Some grenades can be really useful here. And I'm going to finish these guys off with my heavy rifle. Now for the namesake of the mission, the Gatling gun. You want to mow down the enemies as quickly as possible to get a good time. It's fun to pop these guys before they can even make it over the fence. This segment took me quite a few tries to get a good time, as it takes some time to get used to the enemy spawn patterns. Once you see your two friendlies run in front of you, that means this area is clear, and you should sprint immediately toward the open gate on your left toward the next objective. I'm going to take out one guy to reduce the amount of bullets coming my way. It makes it harder to run by this area if all three are shooting at you. Again, you probably don't need to do that on easy. Gonna take this guy out. I can just ignore the enemies on my right here. It is a long sprint towards this bridge. It took me a few tries to finally make it to this checkpoint, as you have to rely on some poor shooting from the enemies. Gonna thin out enemies with a grenade. The ragdoll physics in this game are pretty hilarious. I'm just going to hug the trees here and use a grenade to thin out the enemies on the Gatling gun. From here, it's pretty much a sprint to the end. If you'll excuse me. And here we are at the Confederate camp. Now just run straight to the general's tent and be sure to skip the ending cutscene. We got no time to talk to the general. And there we go. This is pretty easily the longest mission in the entire game. It is the slowest speedrun score that I've gotten. As you can see, my record time for this mission is 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys tune in for my speedrun of Mission 3. Until next time.